The Commission, a program designed to sensitize, address, and question institutions, churches, outstanding citizens, as well as men and women vying for political office. Join us as we delve into topics answering questions from the electoral process to governance. Coming soon on your number one channel, CBC Television. T's and C's apply.
Greetings to each one of you that is joining us tonight on Light TV Zambia, and you are welcome to the Commission program right here on Light Television. And I'm your host, Martin Lutuna is my name, and so tonight we examine the UPND government agenda on cooperatives and small enterprises. That is what we discuss tonight. We want to examine the UPND government agenda on the cooperatives and small enterprises. And so tonight our guest is Mr. Fabian Mubuyaeta, who is a UPND media official. And so he joins us tonight. Welcome, Mr. Fabian.
Thank you very much, Martin. Thank you very much, viewers.
It's a pleasure to have you tonight joining us. How is the UPND secretary?
We are doing well. We are doing well, Martin. We are doing well.
Wonderful. Sure. It's good to have you with us. And so as we discuss about cooperatives and small enterprises, what's your take, or what has been the agenda of the UPND from the time that you joined government? So when you started to rule as a government in power, what has been your agenda towards these people that the people focus in terms of cooperatives and small businesses?
Sure. Thank you very much, Martin. First and foremost, when we look at the small and medium, actually it's small and medium enterprises. Yeah, so these are a core in terms of business activities. So they are actually a very important component, and just by definition, you will see that it's something that attracted the UPND government when we got into government in 2021. When we also come to cooperatives, by definition about a cooperative, this is a group of people that come together, put resources together in order to undertake a business enterprise to improve their social, cultural, and economic aspirations. So as a UPND government, we looked at this sector as a very, very important sector, because just from the face value, this sector accounts for more than 1 million Zambians. Okay? By definition, when you talk of a cooperative, for a non-financial cooperative, the membership requirement is 10. Okay? Of course, we have 15 members, 30 members. For a financial cooperative, the membership requirement is 30. So when you do your numbers, you will find that there are so many people that are in these sectors, or the sector as one, as I would put it, as a small, medium, micro, medium, and small enterprises, as well as cooperatives. So that in itself was a center of attraction for the UPND government, because we saw it that it was very important for them to be involved in economic activities. You can imagine a sector that accounts for more than 1 million, 1.5 million. That should be a center of attraction. So if everyone is undertaking any economic activity, we will know that something would be, it would go in the right direction. So by doing that, our first issue was to look at the policy. What are the policies around this sector? For example, cooperatives, the MSMEs, was to work on the policy in order to be able to unlock or allow the business environment to open up for Zambians. For so long that Zambians, we have always not seen business as one of the critical elements to our living in society. So this was the first thing. We looked at the policy. I think that was a number one thing.
Okay, then do you know how many cooperatives are we talking about from before you came into power and when we are in power? Has there been an increase? Is there a reduction? Yeah. And maybe if you can give us a rough figure of how many cooperatives are there, like in the whole Zambia?
Yeah, sure. So when we took office in 2021 as a UPND government, we had on cooperative register about 80,000 registered cooperatives. But today, as we are speaking, we have over 140,000. You can see the difference that
So there has been an increment.
There has been an increase in the registration of cooperatives.
Okay.
Of course, after the pronouncements by the head of state and the key ministries, that people needed to realize that this sector is a sector which is a game changer. We saw a number of people forming cooperatives. Okay, so that they could also be involved in economic
Who are
activities.
these that were forming cooperatives? Where are they found?
So maybe by definition, let me define first of what a cooperative, like I mentioned earlier on. A cooperative is just a group of people with a common bond that come together.
There should be 10 of them.
10 of them.
How about if there are 5 or 2?
No, because cooperatives are guided by the Cooperative Societies Act number 20 of 1998. So the Act prescribes a minimum of 10 people. The reason being that it has to make sense. There must be some kind of,
So even
the numbers must make
even
sense
if an individual doesn't agree with the other persons for the sake of this cooperative, they must join even with the people that are not of like mind.
Sure. Martin, if you look at the definition of a cooperative and the principles that guide the cooperative, the values, the norms, and the like, cooperatives are guided by such.
Okay.
And it is democratic. Members voluntarily join to belong to a cooperative. It is not a forcing matter.
So it's to a cooperative, not to a political party?
No. Actually,
they just have to have a cooperative.
Maybe we need to distinguish between a political party and a cooperative. A cooperative is an autonomous institution, which is registered under the Cooperative Societies Act number 20 of 1998. Yeah. So there is no cooperative that is affiliated to a political party.
Okay.
Yeah, there are no cooperatives that are saying these are cooperatives for this political party, these are cooperatives for this political, because it is an autonomous institution.
There has been cries from people out there that no, these cooperatives are UPND, and so you are just the beneficiaries are UPND affiliates. Is that how it's supposed to be? Because people argue in the PF this is what was happening, so in UPND let's do this as well. Are those beneficiaries from the UPND?
So let me say it this way: when you are forming a cooperative, you don't ask which political party that particular person belongs to. So how then do they become political cooperatives that are affiliated to a certain political party?
They know each other. Because, in compounds, they know this one was supporting that political party, this one was this. So when government changes, the people that were in the forefront of pushing UPND agenda, then they organize themselves, they mobilize themselves at a particular party. And so these are the ones that should go first. And then amongst themselves, they are choosing. And so then they remove those that were not in support. It's our time. We need to benefit. Haven't you seen those things?
I hear you, but this is a misconception that has gone out in the public. But to define a cooperative, this is not a new concept. Okay. It's an old concept. If you checked you do your research, you will find that cooperatives have been there even in the time of Kaunda, even before Kaunda. Because the first cooperative in Zambia, I think it came around 1914. Yeah, somewhere there about, from German. So they do not belong to any political party.
Is that why the UPND government formed the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises?
Yes. Actually,
what's the mandate of that?
So the ministry, if you looked at the title of the ministry itself, it's the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises and Cooperatives Development. Okay, this was to make sure that this category of people that are in this sector are all catered for. So this was a strategic ministry. When you look at it in terms of how many numbers that are in just this sector, all the youths, we can talk of other ministries, but every ministry at one point will have to loop into the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises because of what? The cooperative and SMEs. Everyone is an SME. We can talk of corporations. There are very few corporations in the country. Because SMEs are categorized from a medium. There's those with employees from 1 to 10. I mean, micro from 1 to 10. Small from 11 to 50. Medium from 51 to somewhere is 100. And then you talk of corporations. You see?
So talking about, do you think from the time that you got into power, as a UPND created an enabling environment for the small and medium enterprises to thrive? Has there been that deliberate move by government?
Actually, there has been a lot.
And to what extent?
If I may say that today, we are seeing a number of people actually having the appetite, one, to register companies, two, to belong to cooperatives. I am a cooperative expert myself. I worked for a cooperative institution. I was actually heading a financial cooperative in the entire country. Yeah, so I understand this sector. And now today we are seeing a lot of Zambians actually taking interest in forming cooperatives, in belonging, not forming but belonging to cooperatives, so that they could be able to benefit from the benefits that accrue to the members. So we are seeing a number of actually people getting involved in this sector, and this is a sector which does not choose. It gets the lowest person in society, and the highest person, because a cooperative does not choose who or what class of people. There can be a cooperative for the affluent. There can be a cooperative for the middle class, just like that. So that is how it is. So it does not even choose. So we have seen a number of people.
So my question is, has there been an enabling environment?
Sure. Actually, there has been a very overwhelming enabling environment in the UPND government. That today, look at the period from 2021, we had 80,000 cooperatives. Today, if you did your arithmetic very well, from 80,000 to 140,000. What number are we talking about? In a space of 4 to 5 years, you have over about, is it 40,000? Yes. We have over 40,000 registered cooperatives in a space of 4 to 5 years. Then you are talking of the 80,000 for years.
Have they benefited from the government incentives?
So one thing that you should ask yourself when you form a cooperative is, first of all, what is the purpose of forming a cooperative? I think by definition, I gave a definition of a cooperative as a group of people who have a common need, who come together, put the resources together in order to undertake a business enterprise. That is the first number one thing. So if we miss the definition of a cooperative, then we are going to miss the whole issue. So when they come together, they will put the resources together to undertake a business enterprise. The number one thing is, where I know I saw some of things that we talk about shares and the like. Yes. What is the purpose of this thing? The purpose of us forming a cooperative is because we have identified the need in our within ourselves who have a common bond. For example, the need that we have is the finance, access to finance. So we don't have. So Martin, Fabian, James, Muyunda, and 5, 10, 15 others, they come together and say, can we mobilize the resources what we put together? Because we have realized that for me to undertake a business alone, I can't. So can I bring a 10 kwacha? Another person, I'll bring a 5 kwacha. We put together, then we start undertaking a business.
So, Mr. Fabian, knowing that cooperatives and small enterprises are a way of job creation, like they create jobs for
very
Zambians.
much. Yes.
And now what has stood out is that government has been employing in the Ministry of Health, police, whatnot. So these are the ones that have stood out. How about the cooperatives and whatnot? Why isn't it so pronounced that we know that this number of people have benefited, so jobs have been created in the private sector through these cooperatives? Why isn't there that thing pronounced so much that people can know that indeed there's been a benefit from this?
I know for a fact that the ministry responsible is collecting data on how many people have been employed in the cooperative sector itself.
How long does that take? This is the 5th year.
So on that one, I think they are technical people in the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises.
So you as UPND Media, do you think you're doing enough to communicate this information to the public, that they know what you have achieved?
Yes, of course. Government? Of course, we are doing that. We working hand in hand with the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises. I think we have devised a number of activities just to be able to let the information reach a common Zambian, especially in this sector. Yes.
So young people have complained that there are no jobs, and meanwhile you are talking about cooperatives, empowering them and whatnot. How is it that those young people complain haven't been touched by these cooperatives?
So it also depends on how many people are complaining and how many of those have been employed.
Have you heard those complaints or not? You haven't seen.
Of course, we are hearing a number of complaints here and there. But the other thing that the citizens need to know about cooperatives are business enterprises. They are not formed to wait for empowerment throughout. They are created, like I said, to mobilize resources, put shares together, put savings together, put any other thing that you have together so that you can undertake a business enterprise. Now, as they mobilize like that, there is someone who needs to man the cooperative. That's where they come and employ.
Are you alive to the fact that there are stringent measures, if you like, in terms of registration? Do you know that the process is so hard for them to register? They have to do taxation. They have to do. Aren't these so much a demand for a cooperative, maybe of the uneducated, if you like, and then now they have to do this, they have to follow these processes. If you have a deliberate policy, why haven't you just scrapped off all that? Then people just go register, they get their money. Why don't you make it easy?
Martin, you look at this. This is a business world. The cooperative is a business enterprise. And then this is an institution, an autonomous institution, which can sue and be sued. So it should not be looked at as a charitable institution. Even charitable organizations, they have procedures. So the registration of a cooperative has actually been simplified in the UPND government. Today, I can do a name search within 5 seconds. I can just go on ZAM portal, open an account there, and do a name search of a cooperative. Within 2 minutes or a minute, I'll be able to get the name of a cooperative. And the registration, everything is done online. Photocopy, sign documents, and put them online. It used to take, before we took office, it used to take 3 to 6 months for a cooperative to be registered. Today, a cooperative can be registered within 5 days. Within the 5 working days, a cooperative is registered. Don't you think that is an improvement? How have we managed to register from 80,000 to 140,000? Don't you think that is an improvement in terms of registration?
Okay.
Yeah, of course there are small elements where there are people who are allergic to technology, but unfortunately we cannot run away from technology. Yeah, so those are some of the things that Zambians have to get used to, so that we are able to
Mr.
trade.
Fabian,
And then one other thing that I wanted to forget. So when you talk of they should just register and then go and get monies. Remember that these are institutions, and they also need to be bankable institutions. They also need to trade with such institutions like insurance companies, banks, and many others. So if they do not comply with the standard requirements for institutions in the corporate world, then it means you are trying to limit them, not to expand and try to reduce them to that level. I don't think that is what
you're asking for collateral, things that some of them do not have. They are poor, like poor people, and then they are looking for this startup. They want to start a business and whatnot. Now you're asking for them. They should bring a title deed for the house. Maybe they have to bring vehicle collateral and whatnot. And these are people that are poor. So if you're going to help them as government, why do you ask for land? Why do you ask for sureties? Why should there be that? You want to empower them. So why do you ask them for those things?
Martin, at least I can confess that UPND has really tried in this sector, where many of these institutions, cooperatives, be it cooperatives or MSMEs, have been asked to use equipment or machinery from the proceeds or from the loan facilities as collateral by government.
The loan that they have gotten already. Yes,
so you find that the institution is asked to apply for a loan facility from government, a lower interest rate loan facility. From the same, the government still goes further to say we can still use collateral will be the equipment that you are going to buy. It will remain in our custody until you finish paying the loan whilst you are doing your business. Don't you think that is relaxing the conditions for obtaining lones?
Okay,
that is fair enough.
We've heard of the beneficiaries who haven't. I think it's recent. It should be 1 or 2 months ago, where we had the government official. I think it was the Ministry of local government, where they were saying the PS who were saying those that haven't paid loans, they have to be prosecuted and whatnot. So how is it that the ones that have benefited are not willing to pay back that loan, and some of them are UPND members, so it's for Boma. It's something that they want to use, and they don't have to pay back. What are you doing about that?
Martin, when you hear our president saying, I want Zambians to do business, he is asking for a changed mindset of a Zambian to start thinking of business. Even in the Bible, Martin, the Bible actually is the first place of doing business, the church. The government itself, is it business? So this is a question of
So you're saying the government is in business?
No. What I mean by that is that there is no entity in this world which is not in business. In one way or another, it's trading.
Business.
Yes, it's trading. Even a church is trading.
Okay. Yeah. So you're saying the government is trading.
So what I mean is that the mindset of those that acquired loans is what we need to work on, because after all, these are things that it's our money. That is why in the concept of a cooperative, you put your shares together. Whoever gets that did not pay, the other people will come around and say, can you pay back? Because that's our money to all of us. So this has to do with someone's mindset, and that is what we need to change as Zambians. For that,
how long do you think it will take for that mindset to
change? We are actually working hand in hand with the Ministry of Small and Medium. We are doing a lot of capacity building programs. The Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprise and Cooperative Development are doing a lot of sensitization programs, training programs, and many others, just to educate Zambians that these are our resources. We must utilize them properly. We must take care of them. We must be accountable so that other people also can use them. That is the reason why when these facilities are given, not everyone is given at once, because it's like it's a revolving fund which goes around. to each one of us. So if people
has
decide
it been
not
revolving?
to pay,
Are you
Yes.
certain that there has been that revolvement?
yes, that I can attest. Yes, it has been revolving. Some people, faithful ones, have paid.
Oh,
So
the
that others can
unfaithful
also.
ones haven't
The
paid.
unfaithful ones have not paid, but that is not.
Who say they are children of the government?
No,
so
that is not actually.
They should benefit. You don't have to.
I think the president has echoed this time and again, which I can still echo even today, that whoever does not comply with the set standards is on their own. So no one should claim today that he's a UPND official and they can sit on money that is meant for every Zambian. The UPND, by the way, is not a government for only UPND. It's a government for PF. It's a government for Socialist Party. It's a government for
but
citizens.
aren't you being unfair to your members, the members
Sure.
that brought government into power, the party into power, and then they want to benefit, and then you are telling them, it's for all Zambians, and they are the immediate beneficiaries. Aren't they the ones who are supposed to benefit first before anyone else?
Martin, when we were competing to become the party in government before 2021, before August 2021, we were actually, our message was very clear that we are going to be a party that is going to be for all. So when you say for all, then on the other side you are saying it's only for UPND. Then that is hypocrisy. So UPND is a party for all, which also others should also be able to benefit. Because if you put it in a way that it should only benefit UPND, you are creating jungle law.
So to what extent? Because your youths, your youths are saying their friends before them benefited a lot from the bus stations, from the markets, and they had all these empowerments that were coming to them. Now you say it's for everyone, and meanwhile they are suffering. They have problems, and then they are saying you're not caring. So what do you do as a party in power? Because they want to benefit. So why have you stopped them from getting those donations or collections from the markets, from the bus stops? Why aren't you leaving them to do that?
You see, Martin,
that's part of empowerment.
This is why I'm saying we cannot create jungle law in the country where every person, everyone, each one, they wake up today, they go and collect. We are going to have hooligans in the markets. We are going to have guns. We are going to have. That's why issues of collection of money has been left to the relevant authorities, so that there are also resources that go to the government in order for streets to be cleaned, in order for other also social amenities and others to be there for the citizens themselves.
So those who are collecting in those bus stops and whatnot, they are not, they are on their own?
No, we actually don't have reports of, we don't have that information as a party of people that are collecting money as at now, because the president made it clear that let the councils run the markets, and that's what is there. So if there are isolated places where some people are going around to collect, I think they are on their own. They are doing it against the constitution of the UPND. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So if you had the reports like that, or if someone had evidence to that effect, what will you do as a party?
We have actually disciplinary channels. I think we, as a party, UPND is a very formidable party. It has structures in place. So all those that have been found erring have disciplinary measures or the right procedures have been taken. No one has been spared. So no one will come in the name of UPND to start doing illicit activities. Those are not allowed.
So these cooperatives and small-scale businesses, the young people and women, to what extent have they benefited in this? So if you had to put a percentage,
that I wouldn't be very precise, because percentages, you need to sit down and take the whole statistics of how many cooperatives have been able to, against the total number of cooperatives in the country. So to say the percentage, that would be a fallacy. It would not be the right. I would not be the right person actually to give that, unless we have technical information from the people that go out in the field and collect information, the right information, so that even as we give it to the public, it's authentic information. But what I can say is that I think many of them have benefited. We have seen a lot of cooperatives benefiting in the agriculture sector. We've seen them benefiting in the agriculture sector. There are different components here. We have the SAFE loans, we have the FISI programs, we also have other programs that are introduced by banks. We also have those that are in the mines. Right now, I'm sure you are seeing a surge in a lot of cooperatives acquiring mining licenses. So far, we have over 500 cooperative members. Now, you can imagine those 500, when they start exploiting the land, start extracting the gold. You are talking of 5,500 cooperatives times 5 times 10 per cooperative as a minimum. You're talking about 5,000 members, households. And then you're talking of each cooperative employing a certain number.
With the cooperatives and small businesses, small and medium businesses, have you seen poverty reduce in Zambia from when you took over government? Has there been a reduction or poverty remains? So Martin, the concept or the statistics of poverty are not something that you can just quantify. You just use your eyes and look and say, okay, now I see poverty has reduced because I've seen Martin has bought bread of what he never used to buy. I don't think that is how you come up with statistics. So those are actually done by the people responsible to do those statistics. But what I can say that I think we have seen a drastic change. People are able to, the first thing that we can see is, I think the mindset of hard work has been inculcated. Of course, in the cooperative sector, we must continue to define what a cooperative is so that everyone that joins a cooperative should not go and register a cooperative. After registering, then they go and start waiting for government empowerment. That is not correct. So you say the mindset of hard work has been inculcated. Yes. Where and how? Because there is a saying that people are working hard, but there isn't. One of the things that I can see in the agriculture sector, after the pronouncement, the president said, no, let's go farming. Let's go farming. I know with the UPND government was ridiculed by several people, especially the opposition. No, not everyone can be a farmer. But what did we see? What did we see? A bumper harvest. Even me who did not have a small yard, at least I was able to. So you see hard work in agriculture? Yes, because, when we talk about hard work, we talk about people getting involved in economic activities. That's an economic activity. Yes. So agriculture, we are seeing that. In the mines, we are seeing a lot of people. So hard work indeed, but the price of fertilizer is still on the high. Yeah, so the price of fertilizer, inputs. Martin, I know I didn't need to go that side, but now since you're prompting me to answer. You see, when you want to reduce certain price commodities, there are things that you need to work on. You don't make a pronouncement. And then people, imagine your business, you're doing business, then the president just wakes up and says, Martin, can you reduce? Who covers the cost of what and what? No. So the government had to find plans. Which plans? Where I'm sure you saw United Capital Fertilizer being launched. That's a game changer. We've seen a number of the initiatives that the government has actually ventured into, just to make sure that this commodity goes down. It is not something that you can do by word of mouth, but it's something that requires action. And the action, that's what we need. Action, that's what you say. Yes. And poverty has reduced. So you see, when you talk about poverty, Martin, be careful. Because what is poverty? If you say poverty is, yesterday I was not able to buy bread, today I'm buying bread, you might be cheating yourself. Because poverty has got a lot of aspects that you measure, which should be able to declare that, okay, this is the poverty level of someone. Okay? So those, we cannot actually give a direct answer, say, no, poverty levels have reduced to this level, because we do not have the statistics. But we can still get statistics. Do you think people out there are happy with the policies that you have in terms of cooperatives and small, medium enterprises? Are these policies Are they making the people, the target group, happy, or do you think there's still some dissatisfaction?
Well, yes, because in every society is a very complex institution. Yeah, in every society there is always somebody else who come out and say no, this is not good. But when we look at the majority of the people, I think the policies are good. It's the direction that we are going. So you create policies that will create an enabling environment for people to do business. I think that was the number one. But when we got into government, we were working things simultaneously. On the other side, short term, and the other side, policy document. A policy document is not something that you do within 2 weeks. Then it should be implemented and things should begin to show. It takes some bit of time. So to say, are people happy with that? Yes, because the direction we are going is the right direction. You put things in place in order for you to. Some of the things that the UPND are doing now may start bearing fruit some years from now. So what is very critical is to start. Some of them are short term, some of them just like that. So you can't lump them at once, say, now we have said, we have worked on this policy document. No, we expect things to change there and there. There and then, no. So
it's
yes.
not now that things are changing.
Some of them we can see, I think the dollar, we are seeing the appreciation of the kwacha, and many others in terms of the food basket. I think we can see that there are a lot of things that are happening in the agriculture sector. The energy sector, we are seeing a lot of things that are happening there. So I think those are things that we can say the UPND government is working. Unless you want to view it from an angle where, for you, anything that is progressive is negative.
Okay.
So that's how I can put it.
Wonderful. So talking about access to finance, like the cooperatives, is there an access? Are the young people, the women, or Zambians in general having access to these finances, and where do they get those finances? Some of them don't know where to get.
Yeah. So what the government of the Republic of Zambia or the UPND government has done is to create initiatives. The number one thing initiative that I can talk about is the CEEC, Citizen Economic Empowerment Commission, which was given a certain fund. It has been, time and again, I think there have been a certain fund that has been set aside for people to access loan facilities at 12% per annum, which you cannot find anywhere, even from the bank. So that place is open for every Zambian, not UPND member only, for every Zambian, because UPND is for all. CEEC is doing that. Then we also have loans that are run in the Ministry of Small and Medium as a ministry, and grants. The Zambia Development Agents under Ministry of Commerce, there are funds that lie there. Some of the youths actually don't take advantage of this. Like I said,
so there are funds at ZRA as well. ZDA.
ZDA has got funds for projects.
Okay.
You need a good project proposal. You take it there, they'll fund you. Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Livestock has got funds for those that are into livestock.
In each and every ministry.
Yes, there's a fund set aside. Even Ministry of Mines, there's a fund set aside.
Okay.
So it's a question of Zambians taking advantage of this. The youths, the women. Actually, youths and women are most
So there are funds. What you're telling the viewers out there is that there are funds.
There are funds that they should take advantage of. Yes.
Local government.
There are funds. Local government, Ministry of Finance, there are funds. Ministry of Commerce, there are funds. Ministry of Youth and Sport, there are funds. Ministry of Community Development, there are funds. So
how come that people do not go to access these funds from there?
So the issue is let citizens not fear or be scared to consult government offices.
They are not asked which political party they belong.
No. When you, Martin, when I visit the office, even me, when I visit government offices, I don't go there as UPND because I'm a citizen. I don't wear a regalia in order for me to go and tell a government official to give to.
Why don't you wear? You're not proud of your.
No, because that's a neutral place where everyone should come and have access to. So we do not want to create an environment where it should seem like this is a place that has been created for UPND. I think for UPND, the message has been very clear. The president, from the word to go from the first day, he has always mentioned there's no UPND, there's no what. All of us are Zambians, and that's what has been happening.
Don't you think that is killing you as a party? That you want to be neutral in everything? You don't want to show yourselves to be the ones in power and whatnot. Isn't that a disadvantage?
No, it's not a disadvantage unless we want to create another environment. First of all, I think what we needed to understand is what is the role of a political party? Or what is the role of the ruling party? So once we understand those, we are not going to have any issues to do with the visiting officers. Okay? Because we know that the government is implementing the UPND policy. But I should not stand here today and go and start issuing or instruction or anything else. Because the people that we have sent ministers, for example, that are from UPND, they are implementing or everyone who is appointed is appointed by the UPND government. So already, ours was to fight to be in government. Then we send technocrats to go and represent us. And that's what they are doing. Every person who is appointed is representing the party.
They are a party.
A ruling party. Yes.
So it's not specific to a political
No, it's not specific to a political party. You'll find that today.
For all Zambians.
Yes, it's for all Zambians. Okay. Today, another political party can go and access anything that they want because the government is for everyone.
I see.
Yeah.
So we are opening the phone lines. If you must get in touch with us for a question contribution, the number you call is 0974 578988. 0974 578988. So those numbers that you're seeing on the screen, you can make that call and ask a question to Mr. Fabian, or you want to contribute to this discussion, please feel free to do that, even as we continue with the commission program. So in going forward, Mr. Fabian, what are you doing to ensure that there is no misuse of these funds in cooperatives? You've given money to the cooperatives. Some of them have misused. They didn't use it accordingly and whatnot. What are you doing?
So first things first, what the party in government and the ministry responsible is doing is to do capacity building programs. Sometimes it's an issue of the mindset. They are undertaking a lot of capacity building programs, teaching people that these are your resources. Okay? Then also other measures are taken on how to recover the resources so that those resources can be used by another set of cooperatives. Yeah. So the ministry is actually...
Has there been transparency in all that? The people that have benefited, have they told their friends or they've kept it secret? Do you tell them, don't announce that maybe in my community I can't know who has benefited? There's been those questions. People are saying they have not seen people benefit.
So that also goes back to behavior. You know, behavior is one thing that is very key, even in business. If you don't have a good behavior even in business, anywhere else, then you're not bankable. No one will actually trust you. So it's all comes back to us. UPND may not be able to see each and every person and be able to start policing them. But it's entirely dependent on the members themselves. Our people who get these resources. How accountable are they? Are they able to share?
So with those trainings for mindset and whatnot, where is there a place where you're teaching people this, or is it you go in the community? Where do they access that information?
The Ministry of Small and Medium, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises and Cooperative Development has been conducting these training programs in every district and province. they even call for what is called the MSME and cooperative endeavor every year, just to bring the business community together, to share knowledge and learn more. So it is not something that will be realized within a very short period, but slowly the mindset is changing. Eventually, we will have a population that respects the resources that they have been given by government. A population that will be able to understand that government is us. When you define government, I know that simple definition of a government. What is government? It's government for the people. We have even forgotten.
By the people.
By the people and Chan.
So
pointing to yourself.
Mr. Fabian, has there been reforms in this regard of maybe inspiring or developing cooperatives and small businesses? Any reforms? Because I remember when I registered my business out, like if you had to go to Pakra, it was a long queue there. If you had to go to ZRA to file a return, there is a long queue as well. Whichever government institution you went to, there were these queues, long queues, such that you are losing on your business time, you are wasting time there. You find the whole day is taken. You are either this government institution. Has there been any reforms to that effect?
Quite hugely, actually, in that aspect. Today, you are able to register a company, Martin, in the comfort of your bedroom.
Okay.
Today, you are able to file returns in the comfort of your bedroom. Today, you are able to get a compliance certificate from NAPSA, from workers' compensation, or name it. You are able to get a ZPPA document in the comfort of your bedroom. So that issue has been dealt with. Okay. No one is actually today. If you visited the ZRI offices, you will find there are few people, except those who have issues. Maybe it's about issues to do with technology. Yeah, you visit the Pakra office. Actually, for there they don't even. They will tell you to go and do it online because they have opened that space. Even in cooperative offices, you will not find files there. Everything is done online.
It's for the educated.
It's not for the educated. In every community that you go to, there's one person who will be able to.
And they're asking for money. It's not for free. Like that person you're talking about, they'll be there, and then they are charging. There's a price that they put to that service. So how do you help that small business person that is trying to make money, and now they should pay to this middleman or middlewoman, if you like?
So you even put it very well to say these people are in business, and they also they are charged small amounts of money. You see, nah? So when we talk about micro MSMEs and cooperatives, these are business enterprises.
So they're business enterprises, and then you've closed the offices and tell people go and do it online. Yes, and then there's a middleman in between that is making money on behalf of these people. Yeah, let's
run away from the. By the way, these offices, even as they tell you go and do it online, there is a desk always, one at cooperative development office. There's a desk at PACRA, Patents and Registration Company Agents. There's a desk at ZRA. There's a desk almost everywhere, even at ZPPA. I've entered those offices before. I'm speaking from experience. There's always a desk where those who are ailing, I'm saying ailing, or maybe who are lagging behind, are taught on how to go about. ZPPA
so it's taught for free. It's for free.
The government actually before. That's
how come on that desk there is no person? There is just a desk, and then the person is not there. Either they have gone somewhere else. There is a jacket seated.
So there's a background.
How come? And then there is a middleman that is going to approach you and say, "I'll do this for you."
Martin, there's a background to this.
Yeah.
In 2022, 2023, I think even up to now. ZRA, PACRA, ZPPA, cooperatives, and many others have been conducting workshops for free, funded by the government, to teach citizens on how to go about this document. They just didn't impose this on
When
people.
did you last visit these institutions that you're talking about?
I mean, I go.
Where there's a desk
Yes,
whenever you go there, there's a desk.
Last week I was at ZRA, I was at PPA. Yeah, as a citizen.
There was a person seated there.
Yeah, there is always a person in case you have a challenge.
Why then do people complain of being, milked of money because they were attended to by an agent? They needed to file a return, somebody else did it for them. They went to, RATSA, somebody else did it on their behalf. Whichever this government institution, there's someone that is approaching you. You need to renew your passport. There's someone that is coming to talk to you and say, I'll do it quickly. And then they'll go in this building. All of a sudden, you've paid, and then the thing comes out. So why is there that? Is it deliberate that we have this problem?
Yeah, unfortunately, it takes time to clear the whole system. There are people who, of course, were benefiting from these activities, who, in some way, they are found hiding in the corners, just waiting for and suspecting, members of the public who are looking for such services. But if citizens are actually, they really want to learn, the government offices there's every desk in every ministry for any service that you are looking for, just to make sure that we all go digital. Remember, the world is going digital. So the ministry or the government has made a deliberate policy that we also have to move with time.
Have you had any challenges in the implementation of these policies in terms of cooperatives and small businesses as UPND? Has there been any challenges you faced?
Not really.
Has been all smooth?
No, not really. The implementation stage, we have really tried as the UPND government. I know the time may not have been really on our side, but step by step, I think many of the things that we spoke about when we were in opposition have been done.
Okay.
Yes.
Help us run through the process of registration, whatnot, so that the viewers can benefit on how they can access these funds in a cooperative. What must they be doing? Those that haven't ventured into this, what's the process?
So to register a cooperative?
Yes.
Yeah.
To the end that they get the funding.
Yeah. So to register a cooperative, Martin, you basically need, first of all, there should be a need to register a cooperative. Why is it that you want to register a cooperative? There's a need, we have a problem, we are 10 of us, there's this problem. So a cooperative should not be individualized. It's a group of people that require a certain, to undertake a certain business. So that need must arise. So when the need arises, then they come together and decide what activity that they want to do in order for them to realize what they want to achieve. Then from there, one amongst those, one must go and register and open an account on the Zambia portal, which is called ZAM portal. It's a government bus which they use to register cooperatives. One of them should open an account. Then, once the account is opened, that account will open to so many things. There's RATSA, there's immigration, there's so many things, cooperatives, wildlife, and many others. Then you go to a cooperative name search. It's always there. A cooperative name search, you click on the cooperative name search button, it will ask you to put the name, the proposed name. You put the name there. If that name has not been used anywhere else, it will give you a green tick that this name has passed for registration. Then there are prompts. It will take you to the next stage, where you even reach a stage where it will be required to pay for it. It's 200 kwacha only. Once you pay, you'll be given a receipt as well as an acknowledgement and a certificate of name search. That name search now, you print it, you go to the district cooperative office, because in each district there's a cooperative development officer who specifically they register cooperative, they do whatever the issues to do with cooperatives. Then they give you a recommendation from there. Of course, a cooperative, we must be able to have a membership register of the minimum of 10. Then also do photocopies of the NRCs for the members. They would be members for the cooperative. Then do a minutes, prepare minutes, so that it's official that you were not coerced to form the cooperative. From the same, you also extract the board resolution. You put them together. You attach them. You upload them again. You go back to the system. Now, at first you went for a name search for a cooperative. The next stage now, you go to a system where it asks you for cooperative registration. Then you just be following the prompt. You put the cooperative name. By then, it will have already been captured in the system. So the moment you put it there, it will come. It will prompt you to start attaching documents until the end. When it reaches the end, it will ask you to pay a certain fee for registration. From there, then, it will go to different case officers, and you await your certification. If there is any query, they will reverse the case. Okay. You will find it on your email.
Until such a time when it's verified, then you have a group.
Very easy.
Then you can follow through
very
that.
easy. Yeah.
Well explained there. Now, due to time, we coming to the end of our discussion.
Sure.
Maybe in your closing remarks, a few words to the viewers. What must they be knowing about you and the UPND?
Yeah.
Have you delivered?
Yeah.
And what should people expect?
To our viewers, we want to encourage you to make use of the government facilities in terms of cooperatives and MSMEs. The government has opened a lot of opportunities. All we are required to do is to follow the procedures that have been laid down for the sake of protecting our own resources. It's not to restrict Zambians, but it's to protect our own resources so that even the future generations can still benefit from this. So the government offices are open. The UPND office is also open to anyone, any Zambian, for any service that pertains to the party. For those that pertain to the government offices are open. So every Zambian is eligible, every Zambian is welcome, every Zambian is allowed to belong to a cooperative to also undertake a business enterprise. Thank you very much.
Mr. Fabian Mubuyaeta, the media official from the United Party for National Development, joined us tonight on the Commission program. I've been your host, Martin Lutuna is my name. Until next time, at the same time, same place, right here on Light Television. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye for now.
Hi, this is Memory Edge Chanda, and you are watching Light Television Zambia on Top Star, Channel 121.